It's my little Halloween roller coaster ride. I knocked something together tonight. Knocked might not be the right word. It took a couple hours. One thing nice about an established world, even though I don't have the flocks, put together, the livestock, but if you want to make something, you've got the mass quantities of stuff to do it with. Tried dyeing all my sheep orange and black for Halloween. And orange, while it's still on the sheep, I think it's one of the best colors, but while it's still on the sheep, it looks gold. So I wound up with gold and black sheep. This isn't going to be witches and brooms and all that happy stuff. It's just something really simple for Halloween. The roller coaster's really been misbehaving. I guess that would be a Java thing. We are in Cousteau world. Happy Halloween, everybody. From me to all of you. Made y'all a big-ass jack-o'-lantern. I did him all freehand. I didn't do any kind of a pattern. After a year, I have no idea where my graph paper is. I just went up there and fiddled with him until I got him the way I thought he'd look all right. The rest of the footage in this is just little tiny clips of me doing various parts of building him or growing punkies to build him. And I didn't do any kind of narrative on it because I had no idea what I'd cut and keep. But happy Halloween, and maybe it is all about the candy. I got my own Halloween cat, Pyewacket, telling me that he is not getting nearly enough attention while Daddy's playing Minecraft. He turned out pretty darn good for freehand. I like him. But we have a 2012 Halloween landmark on the roller coaster now. That was all I was doing, so I'll catch, like I said, there'll be more of this, and it's just silent clips of the process of putting it all together. There is one more thing. So, we know there's one more thing. You've always got one more thing. Come on, Fraps, quit being a horses, you know what. Down to one damn frame. Okay, I turned off the game and restarted. I may be being unfair to Fraps. That may be Java messing with me. But this is the Punky Patch. Now, what I'm going to do with it after Halloween, I couldn't begin to tell you. uh, I don't have potatoes or carrots here, which is, it's just as well I don't need pigs for anything, or what you call it, chickens. I've got so many arrows here, and I don't fight with a bow anyway, normally, unless I'm up against groups. So, or in caves. I'll do anything to kill stuff in caves. I'll throw rocks at them. I don't have cheats here either. I would have done you some bats. I guess we're on the wrong side to get a good look at this. I'm no good at this. South. All punkies face south? I guess so. I was just thinking we were right on the corner of west or something, but these punkies all face south. Must be where the great punky god lives. Yeah, everything's working just fine now. I know you're all wondering why I've called you here today. And the problem, what we're encountering is a slight slowdown, and we're going to have to make some cutbacks. You will no longer be allowed to use the restroom. And if you do, you will have to bring your own toilet paper. So anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween, everybody. From me to all of you. Happy Halloween, everybody. From me to all of you. I think we've just about got it here, except of course it looks like a bomb. I deliberately left most of the sections of this silent. I don't think Fraps will allow us to work on it with with Fraps on, actually. It's been there's too much scenery, and I think when it scans across all those blocks over there, it kind of toads it out. However, I think combined, the actual roller coaster part of it won't be that much, and I think the combined footage is going to be adequate. This is all done just freestyle. I just came up here, I made a massive pumpkin patch, and then I just started slapping stuff together to see what came out of it. So for good or bad, this is, I don't even, after a year, I don't even know where my graph paper was, and I never learned how to use paint, so here we are. I guess if I'm going to keep doing this stuff, I better learn how to use I guess paint does graphs, graph stuff to do patterns on. There were a couple of the patterns that were way too big for one piece of paper, and they got to be a real pain in the ass. I give a quarter to where I know where I am on this damn thing. Uh, I think I've only run out of pumpkins once or twice at the most. Well, I need to take this whole layer off because that's what's making it look like a bomb or an apple or some retarded stuff like that. I couldn't decide whether the dark crap green they've got or this light green would be better. I may go down, and I was going to even this out. I did know it was uneven. I'm not, I just ran out of pumpkins. But I think this layer makes it look non-pumpkinish. So what we want to do is make a stem from up here without falling on our ass and dying. Because I don't want to try to pick this inventory up. Even the track is way the hell above the ground over here. Which one of you SOBs is the center? I think you are. Grown punkies, they got a big ass stem on them. Maybe that's a thought. We could do it like that. And then like that. It's been a long time since I built way up here. I got pretty used to it when I was doing all the other figures and stuff, but it's been it's been a year. Hello. I never figured out a way to build down like this. You can build up, but I never figured a way to go down. Well, not go down on on a like a roller coaster. You can build up and up and up, square, then another square, square, then another square. But going down, you're trying to place a square in empty air. So never figured that one out. I just accepted that I'd have to go X amount of squares in a direction and start building up from a different point. It's probably the only thing I ever counted in this game. Alright, what we're going to do is go give it the eyeball treatment and see where we are again. I did a quickie test on the ground to see if jack-o'-lanterns count as a translucent square as far as passing through them with your minecart, and it seemed to work on the ground. So if it doesn't work up here, I'm in for a rude shock. I was dyeing all the sheep black and orange, but orange looks like gold. I don't know. I think we have liftoff. What I want to do is, did I get the mouth even? I think so. Yeah. I don't think that's bad at all for freehand. Yeah. There's different things it could be instead of what it is, but I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think he'll do. I thought about perking up the eyes on the outside, but I think that gives it a nice look. It's way too damn symmetrical, but I hate to mess with it when it kind of, it looks like it'll do the job, so I think we leave it alone. I'm going to try to put a leaf together on the ground, and maybe we put a leaf on his stem, but I think that actually might detract because we want the eye to come right here, and I think it does. So actually the dark stem might have been better. That dark green is such a glaring ugliness, though, that probably ought to light the stem for at night, because the whole point of this big son of a buck is that he is going to glow in the dark. I always hated using torches for lighting on these and tried to use them very sparingly, but I just didn't know how else to do it, because you sure as hell can't see the stuff at night. I rested him on brick just because I didn't have a better idea. And all this dirt's just scaffolding. I thought I had more brick than I needed, but actually that looks like it'll work out pretty good because I think it'll be mostly invisible at night. Lost a few punkies over the edge as I was pulling them out, but life goes on. Oh, crap in a bucket. Oh, Lordy, my heart almost stopped. That's one of my, I guess there's three fears I have. One's claustrophobia, one's fear of heights, and linked to the fear of heights is, of course, the fear of falling. Oh, Lordy, put my heart in my throat. That's my Halloween thing. Oh, crud. God, was I done or not? I don't think so. I think I had one more. But I just couldn't think of anything good to do for Halloween in the worlds I've got. I didn't plan for it or anything. I didn't plan to be doing videos 2 weeks ago. Well, I guess I got all the dirt. Now there's one more block. Hi, Punky. See it? I think that looks good. He looks like a happy Punky. I guess if we might be able to do his eyes a little different, maybe. It's kind of, I was thinking maybe you could do a sneer, but I don't think it would come off. I think it just looked lopsided instead of sneering. I was a chef for 35 years, and I was working at a place called Bennigan's, which is, I don't know, it's like TGI Fridays and stuff. I used to work two jobs a lot. My wife got me in serious stag. We owed $12,000 to the IRS. So I worked two jobs for years, one on the books and one off, so we'd actually have food. You just can't claim children you don't have, not year after year. It wasn't a bit funny then, but anyway. Oh, anyway, I was working at Bennigan's, and it was it had a bar built into a restaurant. They had a pumpkin carving contest for the employees, and they do all kinds of freaky stuff with pumpkins now, and it ain't the same thing. I'm sorry. I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't cutting pumpkins. I mean, you want to cut a pumpkin, get a paring knife and a pumpkin and cut that sumbitch, and whoever does the best job wins. But anyway, so we don't have one more of my wonderful unfinished stories. I picked the biggest pumpkin they had, and I cut a traditional, just big old pointy teeth and evil eyes on one side. I cut a fence with a witch and a cat on another side, and I'm not sure what I did on the third side. Maybe a scene from hell, but it was a three-sided pumpkin and it won. It ticked everybody off because well, that's not fair to let him compete. And it's, why? Because you're not creative. Oh, I don't feel that's my fault. There wasn't anything in my chef training about cutting a goddamn pumpkin, trust me. I always hated cutting watermelons for weddings and banquets. Because you know what? No matter what you do to a watermelon, it looks like a watermelon. Give me something else. Yeah, right. I've only been in this world like, what, over a year, and so I have the achievement. I just now got wood. I got hot news for them. I got wood about more than 50 years ago. I think the brick does it justice. I think that's good. I guess we ought to look at it from down here. Do we have sand? I hadn't. It was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. I think it's the experience from doing as many widgets as I've done. I don't know that this will be any different than looking at it on the track. Well, this will be the Halloween 2012 item on the roller coaster. It doesn't seem to make sense to take it down. Happy Halloween, everybody. From me to all of you.